Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Munley's World. Clicked on to long range weather forecast discussion for December 14th to 26th. First, I'm going to take a look at what I've been following for a while. This is the latest plot of the polar geo-height potential anomalies. Currently show above normal polar cap heights in both the lower troposphere and the upper stratosphere. The lower stratosphere and the upper troposphere, with below normal polar height caps in the lower troposphere. The cold polar heights in the lower troposphere are consistent with the predicted positive AO that we've been experiencing, with below normal heights across Greenland. However, the warm polar cap heights in the upper troposphere are predicted to descend into lower troposphere next week, contributing to the predicted negative trend of the AO, which AO is forecast to go negative later. Briefly, though, the models have currently backed off from the sudden tropospheric warming for mid-December that was supposed to happen, and the latest GFS assumptions predict close to normal conditions in the polar cap stratosphere. The next thing I want to take a look at is, this is the other picture. This is the polar wave activity flux, or on the polar heat transport shows strong negative anomalies just ending, followed by a strong positive anomaly for the upcoming week. The predicted positive wave activity flux for the upcoming week are not predicted to result in significant weakening of the stratospheric polar vortex. So the vortex remains strong at this time. So this will tie into the forecast as we go forward. So now we're going to look at the period for December 14th to the 18th. And most of the models are showing below normal heights across much of the nation, and a ridge is forecast north of Alaska with a trough over the Aleutians, and a ridge is forecast over the western Atlantic. You see it perfectly well here. Miles of good agreement, and as I just explained before, the North Atlantic oscillation is positive with negative height anomalies across Greenland. You can see it all right here. So the miles of good agreement. Now, during this period, also, the pattern will remain active, with the trough over the southeast is forecast to become negatively tilted as it lifts through the mid-Atlantic and northeast and New England. Another wave will drop down to the southwest early next week, with a surface low ejecting out to the central and southern plains. We'll take a look at that. First, we're going to take a look at the first system. This is the GFS. You can see it in the Gulf of Mexico. And then it's offshore. This is GFS. Now we look at the European. Further inland. GFS, European. GFS, European. So the European is further inland. And this will bring heavy rain to portions of the mid-Atlantic into the northeast, with snow possibly further north. See, across New England. Now we'll look at the next system that comes through the southwest. And this will move into the Central Plains next week. See, here it is. Whoops. Here it is. This is Monday. And then it progresses northward. We have a high here to the north. This is funneling colder air. It could be some ice here across this region, snow here back into the Midwest. And then we go forward in time. Now you can see you have a pretty mess. It's Tuesday morning, mixed precipitation, even down the coast of northern New Jersey. Rain moving here as this low moves through the Great Lakes. That's the GFS. Here's the European. European is further to the south. GFS is further to the northwest. And then we go forward in time. Now it brings snow back in as we get wraparound moisture moving into parts of the region. Conditions will become unsettled in the northwest Saturday as Pacific energy moves inland. Moderate to heavy snow will develop as the system moves inland, especially over favored areas of the northern central Great Basin and the Rockies through the weekend. A wave will interact with Gulf moisture, generate heavy rain across the southern plains and deep south, with some added uncertainty further east, which I just showed you there. There's some uncertainty where this rain, maybe we'll back up a little bit, as there might be a rain and snow in parts of the mid-Atlantic. And this might set the stage for snow and ice for the northern periphery of the precipitation shield from the southern and central plains to the middle Mississippi Valley, Ohio, and the northeast. We're going to look now at the period for December 17th to 21st. And the flow remains rather flat, with still below normal heights with a zone of flow across much of the nation. Miles are good agreement with this. So for this forecast period, I am forecasting above normal temperatures here, and I'm forecasting numbers of 4 degrees or more will be possible. Right now I'm saying 4. Below normal temperatures forecast for this region here, with the anomalies of 4 to 6 degrees below normal. For precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation west of the divide and for this region, and the probability of occurrence is 35 to 45%. And then we have below normal precipitation here with the probability of occurrence of 35%. And parts of Oklahoma, I think in Kansas, are experiencing drought conditions, so this is not good news. Okay, looking forward for the period for December 22nd to the 26th. The flow remains generally unsane, but below normal heights across much of the nation. And the GFS ensembles, European ensembles, however, has a ridge in the west, trough in the east. So for this forecast period, I am forecasting, back up a little bit, above normal temperatures for much of this area here and near normal elsewhere. And the anomalies of 4 to 6 degrees above normal are forecast. For precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation again west of the divide, southern plains into the Midwest, and the probability of occurrence is 35 to 45%. We're going to take a look, see if I can go back to the southern map. This is GeoHype Essentials. You can see that the heights remain below normal across much of the Arctic. That's a positive AO, and so we're not expecting any kind of a major outbreak of cold yet into the Northeast or into the nation for, I think, the rest of this month. So that's a long-range weather forecast discussion for December 14th to 26th. Thanks for coming to Jim Only's World of Weather, and have a good day.